Most people spend their entire lives observing the wrong reality. They visualize their dreams while their heart broadcasts their fears. And they never understand why nothing changes. But here's what they don't know. Your heart is already collapsing reality right now. The question is, which reality are you observing into existence? To understand why, we need to look at quantum mechanics. In the famous double-slit experiment, particles of light behave like waves when unobserved, existing as infinite possibilities. But the moment you place a detector to observe which slit the photon goes through, the wave collapses. The photon becomes a particle. It chooses one path. This isn't just physics. This is the exact mechanism happening in your life right now. Stop. Right now, think about what you visualized this morning. Now, feel your chest. Is your heart calm or tight? That gap. That's why it didn't work. Your heart sends out an invisible energy signal, like your phone's Bluetooth. When the signal is strong and steady, it connects instantly. When it's weak and jumpy, nothing pairs up. Your desires are trying to connect to your signal right now. And the quality of that signal, steady or scattered, determines which version of your life becomes real. You'll understand why this works, then I'll give you the exact 3-step practice that makes it happen. Think of your future like Netflix. Every show is already there on the screen, you just haven't clicked play yet. Your dream life? It's already loaded and ready. You just need to select it. Scientists call this superposition. It means that all possible realities exist at once, but they're not locked in yet. They're waiting for you to choose. Your desired reality, the one where you're abundant, loved, at peace, already exists in this field. But it exists as a possibility, not a certainty. It's there, but it's not clear yet. It's blurred, waiting. The problem is that most people try to manifest while their signal is all over the place. Think of tuning a radio. When you're stressed and doubtful, you're spinning the dial back and forth. You get static and broken words. When your heart is calm and steady, the dial locks onto one station perfectly. Clear music comes through. When your heart rhythm is jumpy, stress, doubt, fear, your signal is messy. And a messy signal keeps everything blurred. You catch pieces of your desire, brief moments of clarity, but never the full picture. Write this down. Appreciation beats visualization. Keep your heart calm for 60 seconds at a time. That's the secret. Now, let me show you why that works. The universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to what signal you're consistently sending with real emotion behind it. And if your signal is scattered, reality reflects that scatter back to you. This is why visualization alone doesn't work. You're imagining the outcome, but your heart is broadcasting fear. You're picturing abundance, but your body is screaming scarcity. You're seeing peace, but your system is running on survival mode. Reality gets mixed signals, and it reflects confusion back. But here's what changes everything. When you shift into calm, when your heart rhythm becomes smooth and steady, your signal stabilizes, it becomes clear. And a clear signal forces that blurry possibility to snap into one definite reality. It's like taking a photo. Before you press the button, the camera sees everything blurry and moving. The moment you click, snap, one clear image appears. Your heart's energy does the same thing. It takes all the blurry possibilities and clicks them into one real result. Your calm heart creates the internal proof that makes external reality shift. You're not hoping anymore. You're not wishing. You're observing from the feeling of already having. And reality responds to that observation. It has no choice. So now you know two facts. Your heart sends a signal 60 times stronger than your brain's, and that signal is broadcasting constantly, right now, this second. Keep these in mind. Your vision board is lying to you. I said it, and here's why. Most people visualize their desires while their body broadcasts the opposite. They imagine wealth while their heart rhythm screams scarcity. They picture love while their nervous system runs on rejection. They see freedom while their signal transmits control. Visualization without a calm signal is like trying to manifest with broken Bluetooth. The content is there, but the signal never connects. Your mind creates the content, the images, the desires, the future you want. But your heart sends the signal. Your heart clicks the photo. And if that signal is messy, the picture stays blurred. If that signal is steady, the picture snaps into focus. So the question isn't whether you can influence reality. The question is, can you keep your signal steady long enough for reality to reorganize around you? Let me remind you of the core fact. Your heart sends out an energy field 60 times stronger than your brain's. This field is your primary broadcast to reality. Not your thoughts, not your visualizations, your heart's energy signal. And here's what most people don't realize. This signal is what makes reality choose. In the double-slit experiment, the detector determines which reality becomes real. The moment the detector observes the photon, the wave collapses into a particle. The infinite possibilities converge into a single outcome. Your heart works the same way. Right now, put your hand on your heart. Feel it beating. That pulse? That's sending a signal right now. What signal is it sending? Lack or abundance? Just notice, don't judge it. When your heart rhythm becomes steady, smooth and rhythmic, your signal stabilizes into a powerful, clear broadcast. This steady signal acts as the detector. It forces the blurry possibility to snap into one definite state. This is the clicking mechanism. A stable, steady signal provides the observation that transforms possibility into certainty. It's not about forcing reality to bend. It's about becoming the kind of observer that reality responds to. And here's the crucial part most people miss. Your mind creates the content. It generates the images, the desires, the vision of what you want. But your heart sends the signal. Your heart is what actually clicks the picture. Both must work together. If your mind is visualizing abundance but your heart is broadcasting scarcity, reality gets contradictory instructions. Your observation is messy, and the picture stays blurred. But when your thoughts and your heart rhythm align, when you're imagining your desire while your heart stays calm, you create a unified signal, a clear observation. And reality has no choice but to respond. This is why people can visualize for years without seeing results. They're observing with their mind, but their heart is observing something else entirely. Reality doesn't know which signal to follow. I ignored this for 2 years. I visualized every single day. Vision boards, affirmations, the whole thing. My bank account? Still empty. Because my heart was screaming bills, bills, bills with every breath. The moment I learned to calm my heart first, then visualize, everything shifted within 3 weeks. Think about someone who says, "I want money" every morning, but spends the rest of the day in financial anxiety. Their mind says abundance. Their heart says scarcity. Reality mirrors the dominant signal. and the dominant signal is always the one with real emotion behind it. This is the observer effect in its purest form. It's like when you ordered something online and you know it's coming. You're not worried. You're not checking the door every 5 minutes. You already feel like it's yours. You're just waiting for the delivery. That feeling, that's the signal that makes reality deliver. You're not asking reality for proof. You're becoming the proof. 3 facts now. Your heart is 60x stronger than your brain. It acts as the detector that clicks possibilities into reality, and your mind and heart must sync up. One more piece, and you'll have the complete picture. And here's what happens when you truly understand this. You stop trying to manifest through effort. You stop pushing energy toward your desires. You stop begging the universe for signs. Instead, you become the observer who holds the feeling of already having. You keep your signals steady. You stabilize your broadcast. And you let reality do what it's designed to do. Reflect your observation back to you. Reality doesn't care about your worthiness. It doesn't judge your past. It doesn't question your desires. It simply responds to the clarity and steadiness of your observation. So the real question becomes, what are you observing right now? Not with your eyes, not with your thoughts, but with your heart's energy signal. Are you observing lack? Or are you observing abundance? Are you observing fear? Or are you observing trust? Are you observing the reality you don't want? Or are you observing the reality you do? Because whatever you're observing with real emotion, that's what reality is clicking into form. Understanding this mechanism is one thing. Keeping it steady long enough for reality to reorganize, that's where most people fail. Most people click the picture for a moment. They experience a flash of clarity, a brief sense of knowing, and then they immediately return to messy observation. When you drop back into doubt, the reality blurs again. The picture unclicks. The possibility that was beginning to stabilize dissolves back into a blur. This is why manifestation feels inconsistent. You're not holding the observer state long enough. So here's the practice that changes everything. Step 1. The redirect. When stress or doubt hits, stop. Don't judge the feeling. Don't fight it, simply notice it. This pause creates a gap between what happens and how you respond. And in that gap, you have choice. Step 2. The anchor. Use heart-focused breathing. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out. And generate appreciation. Not forced gratitude. Not fake positivity. Real appreciation for something actual. Picture your heartbeat as a drum beat. When you're stressed, the drummer is all over the place, fast, slow, random. When you're calm and grateful, the drummer plays a steady, powerful rhythm. That steady beat is what makes reality respond. In about 1 minute of breathing this way, your heart rhythm changes. It goes from choppy and scattered to smooth and steady. Your nervous system shifts from stress mode into calm mode. This is the act of observing. This is you becoming the detector. Step 3. Identity bridging. Don't try to jump from your current state to your desired reality in one observation. That creates shock in your body. Your system doesn't feel safe making that jump. You can't go from the ground floor to the penthouse in one jump. You take the elevator, stopping at floors in between. Each floor is a version of you that's a little closer to where you want to be. Your body needs to feel safe at each stop before moving up. Here's what this looks like in real life. If you're broke, your ladder might be, I'm broke. I'm learning about money. I notice opportunities. Money flows to me. I'm financially free. If you're lonely, I'm alone. I'm becoming more social. I attract kind people. I have genuine connections. I'm surrounded by love. See how each step is just barely ahead of where you are. That's the key. Here's how you know if you jumped too far. If thinking about your next identity makes your chest tight or your stomach drop, you skipped a floor. Go smaller. Find the identity that makes you feel relief, not resistance. Every time you redirect from static to calm, you're building new brain pathways. You're teaching your brain that safety doesn't require outside proof. You're training your system to default to the frequency of what you already have. This is how timelines shift. Not through force, through consistency. And here's what happens when you practice this consistently. Synchronicities begin appearing. Not random coincidences. Actual evidence that reality is responding to your observation. You see repeating numbers. Opportunities appear. Conversations shift. People show up at precisely the right moment. These aren't signs that your manifestation is on the way. These are proof that your signal is locking in. Reality is beginning to stabilize around your frequency. When you see 1111 or 222 or any repeating number, here's what to do. Stop for 10 seconds. Put your hand on your heart. Feel appreciation. That's it. Don't post it on Instagram. Don't tell everyone. Don't make it external proof. Keep it internal. It's your signal stabilizing, not the universe giving you a trophy. Here's the timeline. First synchronicity usually shows up within 3 days of consistent practice. Big ones within 2 to 3 weeks. Physical manifestation, 4 to 12 weeks, depending on how consistently you stick to your signal. But here's the trap most people fall into. They see the synchronicity and immediately relax their practice. They interpret the sign as permission to stop observing. They think the work is done. Synchronicities aren't the destination. They're mile markers. They're giving feedback that you're on the right frequency. And your job is to keep observing. Keep staying calm. Keep being the detector. Because the moment you stop observing with a steady signal, the picture begins to blur again. Imagine reality is like Wi-Fi. It's invisible, it's everywhere, and it's carrying every possible channel at once. Your heart is the device that tunes in and downloads one specific channel. Change your signal, change what downloads. That's what sustained observation does. It keeps the picture clicked until the reality stabilizes in physical form. Everything you've learned points to one thing. 60 seconds of heart coherence can change your timeline. Your heart is 60x stronger. It acts as the detector. Your mind and heart must sync, and you maintain it through these 3 steps. That's the complete mechanism. So here's your practice. 3 redirects today. Every time you notice yourself observing a limitation, pause. Breathe, anchor into calm. And observe your desired reality as if it's already here. Not because you're pretending, because you're training your signal to hold the frequency long enough for the picture to develop fully. You just learned the 3 steps. But 80% of people do those steps and still fail. Here's why. The secret to getting what you want? Stop wanting it. I know, that sounds backwards. But here's what I mean. The more you need your manifestation, the more you delay it. Neediness is a frequency of lack. It observes the reality of not having. And when you observe not having, you keep the picture in that state. Serenity is not passivity. It's the frequency of already having. When you're serene, you're observing from trust, not desperation. You're holding the frequency of knowing, not hoping. And reality responds to that clarity instantly. If you practice the 3 steps with desperation energy, checking your bank account every hour, refreshing your email constantly, asking, "Where is it?" you'll actually push your manifestation away. Your signal broadcasts lack, not abundance. Serenity creates what scientists call the alpha-theta bridge. Your conscious and subconscious minds sync up. Your brain waves align. And in this state, your observation becomes incredibly precise. You're not scattering energy across multiple timelines. You're not broadcasting mixed signals. Your calm, serene observation is a clear instruction to reality. Reality doesn't need to guess what you want. Your observation is crystal clear. This is why some people seem to manifest effortlessly. They've learned to observe without attachment. They hold their desires lightly, with appreciation rather than desperation. The moment you can observe your desired reality and feel gratitude before it shows up, you've become the kind of observer reality responds to immediately. Not because you're special, because your observation is steady. And steadiness is the language reality speaks. So if you've been trying to force outcomes, stop. If you've been checking for signs every 5 minutes, stop. If you've been feeling desperate for your manifestation to arrive, stop. Instead, become serene. Observe your desire with the calm knowing of someone who already has it. Feel the appreciation. Hold the frequency. And trust that the picture is clicking. Because when you observe from serenity, you're not asking reality to deliver. You're simply allowing it to reflect what you're already being. You are not separate from reality. You are reality observing itself. Your heart is already broadcasting, right now, this second. The question isn't whether you can influence reality. The question is, what frequency are you broadcasting? Take 60 seconds right now. Bring your attention to your heart. Slow your breathing. Generate one genuine feeling of appreciation or care. That's the reset. That's you becoming the observer who clicks possibility into form. Every time you do this, you're training your nervous system to recognize calm as your baseline. You're not waiting for the perfect moment. You're creating it. In the comments, share one word that describes the reality you're choosing to observe into existence. Not a paragraph, one word. Because that word is your frequency signature. And when you name it, you anchor it. Your heart is already broadcasting. Make sure it's broadcasting what you actually want. And if you want to understand the deeper mechanics of how this frequency actually clicks possibility into form, the next video shows you exactly how the observer effect works when your steadiness reaches this level.